Alright, what's up, everybody? Cash here, bringing you um, kind of my end of PL video. Uh, I'm going to try not to make it too long. I'm going to first start off just talking about PL in general, then I'll do my shout out things at the end, and then that'll be it. So to start off, congratulations to my team. Awesome to win again. I know. I feel like everyone on our team is really relieved. That was a super long playing the two tiebreakers. That was literally we just 3 months of your life we just spent on that. So it's nice to have all of that time go into a win for us. So thanks to everybody. I had a lot of fun. Again, I think PL is awesome. If you didn't sign up this year, I'd definitely sign up next year. I think PL is the most fun thing in 1v1, just in general. So I guess people have already seen kind of how our draft went, why we drafted everybody. I thought overall we played super well. We were a really kind of I don't want to say tight knit team, because I guess we weren't all, but a friendly team. It's nice when everyone talks in Discord. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but yeah, I think the pressure got to us a little bit in the finals. We definitely choked a good handful of games, which was, as me, a spectator, but an invested spectator, a little frustrating to watch, but I'm glad that we were able to pull it out in the end. Yeah, really just I feel I don't know, I wasn't even playing, but I just felt a lot of stress for everyone. I'm sure you did too. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off. I don't have a ton to say. Things went pretty much as expected. And I guess I can talk a little bit more when I go over every single person. The only thing I want to talk about before I go into that is, I guess, talk about myself. So I didn't play, and I feel I don't know if I said this in my last video, but I'll say it again. The reason I didn't play is because I hadn't been playing because I didn't want spoilers for the game. I know a lot of you are obviously I'm old and everyone makes fun of me, but the first Pokemon game I ever played was Red when it came out, right? And I remember I didn't know a single, literally not I took that game and didn't know a single Pokemon besides the basic, probably 10 from watching the TV show when I was in second grade. So it was that was such an awesome experience, good memories for me of playing through that game and seeing things for the first time, seeing Dragonite and being holy shit. Getting to play when you didn't know what was happening. I remember I talked about this in one of the Discords, when I beat Lance for the first time and I was fired up as me at 10 years old, 9 years old, and then their rival comes out and I was just oh shit, and just get stomped by your rival and have to go play again after you thought you were gonna win. And back then it wasn't so easy for me as it is now when we play, when I know all the type advantages, stab moves. I don't even know if stab existed back then or what. I can't remember the mechanics, but now obviously the Pokemon games are a complete joke. You could play through them pretty easily, but back then it was so awesome. And I really wanted, when Sword and Shield came out, I wanted to not know any of the Pokemon. So I kind of stopped playing Showdown for a while because I just didn't want any spoilers. I wanted to just play a fresh game and just be genuinely get to see everything for the first time, which I pretty much did, and it was actually really awesome. I haven't enjoyed playing through a Pokemon game that much in a pretty long time. But because of that, I wasn't on Pokemon Showdown. I wasn't practicing. I missed the beginning of Gen 8. And I remember Waylon was yo, are you actually going to manage at all, or are you just AFK? And at the time I had the flu, but I mean, I honestly, now that I think back, I probably had coronavirus. uh, but um, yeah, so I wasn't like that active, but at the time, so like we discussed, should we draft me? And I think Will and I were on pretty much an agreement that we shouldn't, because I was just rusty and I didn't know if I was worth 10K. Like, it'd been different if it was like, oh, 5K for me. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'll apply, I can play. Um, so that's why I didn't play. And I know that I knew that everyone was gonna flame me, and that's okay. Uh, I don't really care, to be honest. Um, but yeah, so I'd like to play in the future. I'd like to definitely play more tours. Because I'm just, I don't know. I'm tired of everyone saying thinking that I can't play when I definitely can. Um, but yeah, so that is like the reason I didn't play. And literally like 2 weeks in, I already regretted not signing up because after watching the first like 2 weeks of Sun Moon games, I was like, I'm easily would go at least 500. Like, there's no doubt in my mind I would have won half my games, at least. I know that I could have for sure in Sun Moon. Um, Honestly, I feel like I would have even had a decent tour on Sword and Shield, but I'm not better than any of the Sword and Shield players on my own team, so I wouldn't have. That would have been stupid for me to play that. But I definitely think I could have played Sun Moon for pretty much all the teams. But I guess we'll never know. Some people might not think that. It is what it is. But anyway, uh, so like then, um, I think there's a lot more that goes into a team than just playing. Uh, Playing is obviously the most important part, but it's way more important to have like a team. We like when Waylon and I drafted, we wanted a team that was gonna, work together and be friends. That honestly is what pushed us over the edge. Like, if you look at the rosters from last year, like, what was the name of the team? Dom's team in the finals. I can't remember. The Jump Bluffs, dude. Their roster was stacked, and we still won. And I think mostly it was because we were like so invested as like a friend group that we wanted to just beat them so badly, and we all just talked and like worked together, and that's really all it takes. So Willie and I wanted to recreate that this year, and we did. So even though I don't get to play, and I feel like there's definitely some people on the team who would say I didn't really do much. Like, I was on that Discord every single day, just talking, telling everyone good luck, keeping like trying to keep spirits up, talking to people about real life, talking about this and that, and not just me. Like, there were other people on our team doing that, and I think that is like important versus just being like bitter and being like, oh, I'm not playing. I might as well just mute this Discord. Those are. I'm gonna hard flame East here. I feel like that was pretty much East's problem last year. We had like half our team who just straight doesn't talk. They're just the day before. They're like, yeah, I'm playing tomorrow. Someone pass me teams. Like, you don't win trophies like that. Maybe in other tiers, like, I don't know. I haven't played enough tours in a long time to know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's not how you win. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about me. So I have a list of my shout outs here, which it's gonna take me forever to go through, and I didn't think about what I'm talking about for any of these, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna start off with people who were not on the team, and then do the team last. So who do I got here? I got Deg first. Came and helped us in the playoffs. I've known Deg for a ridiculously long time. Thanks for the help, man. Appreciate it. Hope one day that you can make it to Apex Legend. I doubt it, because I've seen you play, but maybe one day. Next I got Dom, who helped us in the finals. Dom's actually a cool dude. There was a while ago that I didn't really get along with Dom, but I really do now. I think he's pretty much. I think he's I almost want to say grown up a little bit, but I don't know. I guess just kind of mellowed out, and I feel like a lot of people's opinion on you has changed, and I appreciate all the help you did for us, trying to make us win and building teams, and obviously we all appreciate that. CP2, he's just on our Discord at like the very end, kind of just cheering us on. So thanks for the support. Nice to see you're back. Next, I got Joker. Um, Thanks for the help in Black White. I know that we might not have used all the stuff you made and taken all your advice. And to be honest, I don't know anything about Black White. Sorry for me to tell, but thanks for helping us. In like the I don't know if it's at semis or also normal finals week. I know you're helping the other team too, but still appreciate the help, man. And obviously, you're still a friend of mine. So next I got Nyale. I feel like I'm always pronouncing that wrong. You actually did a lot, and obviously I feel like pretty good friends with you, and I appreciate coming to the Discord, helping us with teams, like talking, being just genuinely cool. So thanks for that. And obviously I talk to you all the time and other stuff like VR Council and whatnot. So appreciate the help. Next I got VG. Did a lot for us too. Helped a lot with teams. Had a lot of like good ideas. All positive things to say besides how you absolutely snaked me in UU Tour, but that's okay. You did a lot to help us and help with our Sword Shield teams and like the Sylvali Poison. That was pretty fire. Next I got Landon. I know you mostly just watched, but obviously I still an old friend and appreciate that just like chilling in the Discord. I don't think you typed anything, but I know we're in like a private room with Waylett and I are in a private room with Landon, and he was watching all the games and talking, and it was nice to keep in touch after last year. Next I got Bale. I mean, Bale really started all this by taking me and Waylade, so owe a lot to Bale. Wow, I said whale. Reading my screen. Owe a lot to Bale. Really, really, really cool dude. Super old friend from 1v1. Last year I couldn't have said enough positive things about giving me the opportunity to get to be part of PL, even though I didn't really play. Just really a fun experience, and thanks for showing us what a good team was and chilling that this year and cheering us on. Nice to get to talk to you since I know you're not always around. Next I got Sustenance. One of my newer 1v1 friends. Thanks for being so positive, and like I feel like you have like positive energy, and when I asked you to help, you were like all about it, and you did so much, even though I guess you don't have any relation to the team, but that was still awesome of you to just come on and be like, look, this is all the stuff I think you should do, and it was nice to see all that, and I appreciate the cheering and the support, and the just overall support of me and my like YouTube and stuff, and I think you're a really cool guy and appreciate all that. Next I got Dog Knees. One of my newer friends in 1v1. You're really cool in the Discord. I feel like I got to talk to you a lot, which was nice, and always had good ideas and just like good attitude and good friend in general, and giving teams and cheering us on, and I feel like you were pumped that we won as much as we were, and that was cool, and I hope I get to keep in touch with you because I thought you were a cool dude, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Alright, so that was everyone who wasn't on the team. That took me how long? Pretty long. I'll try to get the rest of us done in 5 minutes or less. Alright, so I'm going to go through the actual team now, and hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I wrote all them down on my phone, but alright, so first I got Alive. Thanks for playing this shit Alive. I know you signed up as a sub, but Waylon and I just were like, yeah, we're taking Alive anyway because you were on Heat Trans with us, and I've talked to you a lot about like UU and watched play other tours. We played Tag Team Tour, and I've done a lot of PS stuff with you, and we just knew that we wanted to pick you up, even though if we knew you weren't like super committed to playing this PL. I still feel super. I'm gonna tell this story because I feel like Alive got too much like flame for the semifinals thing. So basically, it was like the middle of the night, right? Like probably 1 a.m. Alive's time, and Lancer's just like, yeah, I have like the flu or coronavirus or whatever. I don't think he had coronavirus. I think he just had like the flu. And he's like, I have the flu and like I cannot play. Um, so we literally messaged Alive while he was definitely asleep, and we're like, hey, I know you haven't prepped at all, and you won't see this till you wake up, but you need to play tomorrow at like noon. So Alive probably woke up, saw that, had to use teams that weren't his, and play in a match that he had not prepped for or wasn't ready for in like 3 hour notice. Um, and obviously lost. I mean, that's like the worst possible circumstances to play in. But uh, I talked to you about it, and thanks for like stepping up and doing that. I know that was like we kind of just like absolutely threw you under the bus. That sucked so bad, but uh, like just playing in general, that was pretty awesome of you. And like you're an old friend, and I'm glad I got to win another trophy with you. Next, I got Furno. I didn't really know jack shit about Furno. We traded Raining. Raining basically just straight up was like, I think I already hard flamed Raining in one of these videos. Raining was just like basically didn't want to play for us. We literally drafted Raining. He's like, yeah, sorry, I forgot I signed up. Like, I don't plan on playing or like being active at all. And then was completely active and played the entire time for another team. But got hard karma'd because he could have had a free trophy if he just stayed on our team. But that's okay. But yeah, so we traded Furno for Raining. And I mean, the only thing I knew about Furno was they played last year for Central. I didn't really know anything about her, but you ended up being like a great presence in the chat, just like always like joking around, like being funny, and I feel like a lot of people on our team enjoyed that. And then like on top of that, kind of just still playing well, doing well and just like taking the teams they gave you and like making the best of it. So I was like expecting very little from you and ended up getting a lot. So thanks for everything. Next I got Frosty or Sager. I feel like this tour didn't go like the way you wanted it to, but what I was talking about earlier with like being a positive like presence, that's like exactly what what makes a big difference is that even though like you didn't get to play as much as you wanted and I wanted you to play, you still were like always around and like willing to build teams, and me and you were building teams even though no one listens to us and brings whatever they want. But that like stuff seems small, but that like really makes the difference between if your team's gonna be successful or not. And like obviously I talked to you a lot in like PMs and like about all the cool stuff, and I feel like I made a new friend just in the community. So thanks for coming out and playing. Hopefully you can stay involved and still talk to you and all that stuff. Next I got Wanani. Kind of the same thing as Frosty. Like had a pretty bad tournament, and like that shit just happens. Like sometimes you just can't win even though you're a good player. Like it's 1v1, that just shit happens all the time. But you're still always around, like always positive, never like flaming yourself, just like always still trying to do what you could to help, and like just being a really like cool dude. And obviously that maturity shows with you have like 3 trophies on Smoggin now. So definitely would draft again. I draft everyone on our team again, but definitely would draft again. I know you were kind of disappointed in because you went for so much money and you're like, I didn't show up, but you did show up, and you're a really cool dude, and everyone on our team really definitely like respected you and was happy with all the things you brought. So thanks for staying positive and being a winner at the end of the day. Next I got Synonymous. So even though you flamed me in your post, saying I talked in Discord 2 times, which I'm guessing was a joke. So I definitely, probably besides like Waylate and Crucify, I'd be shocked if I didn't talk the third most. I know that, I remember, I don't know exactly what this was, and sorry if this is like a personal thing to bring up, but I know someone on the team said something to you about not playing well, and you posted something about real life affecting you, and that shit does happen. There are way more important things than playing Pokemon tournaments, and sometimes real life stuff just gets in the way, and you can't put the effort in that you want. But that's just kind of how it is, and I feel like that happened to you this tour, and I still think you played played relatively well. Uh, Even though I know you weren't like 100% committed to it. Um, so I hope whatever it was that was taking your attention is going better. Um, I hope everything's good. Um, and I'm glad we were able to pull out the win. And honestly, it kind of started with you bringing it back in semis. So um, yeah. Next, I got LBDC. Start of the French players. Honestly, just a beast, dude. Just wins. Comes on Discord. I had fun, talking about teams with you and getting things that we talked about to win in Sun Moon, and uh, you just come on and, well, I guess it's your nighttime, my morning. We just talk about teams like 2 days before your match, and you just go out there and win. That was it. And then always being so positive in the Discord, just trying to hype up the matches, hype everybody up, and then showing up when you need to get W's. So thank you very much for playing with us. Thank you for being a cornerstone of our team's success. I don't know if that translates to French. Just basically means being like a rock that we could count on to do well. Next I got last four here. All right. Next I got Lancer. Man, I have so much to say about everybody, but obviously Lancer, I've known you for a super long time. Waylon and I were 100% set on drafting you. I feel like you got a lot of people flaming you in this tour because you're passionate about winning and trying to do well, and I hate when people I hate when people do this in real life too. I yell at my kids, my students about this too, where if someone loses and they act like they care that they lost, everyone makes fun of them. It's apparently the cool quotation marks, the cool thing to do would be you just lose and be oh whatever, I don't even care about winning, and everyone just oh cool. But real winners don't do that. Real competitors don't do that. If you're not upset that you lost and pissed off that you lost and pissed off that you got hacked, you're never going to get better, and you're never going to get anywhere. And I'm not even saying just in Pokemon, in life, just straight up. If you just lose and do bad and stuff and just act like you don't care, you will literally never get anywhere in your life. I'll just straight up say that to everyone right now. If you want to be successful in sports and school and whatever you want, acting like you don't care is not the way to do it. And you know what? Maybe people think Lancer complains, but it's because he's passionate about being successful, and that brings success. So, thank you for being such a good teammate, trying to do so much, always building teams. I feel like you were stressing yourself, but I'm glad that you were able to do well, and we were able to get you a trophy before you took a break. So, thank you very much, man. Next, Ecstatic Cold. Man, not much to say about Ecstatic Cold. Last year, I remember being on the same team as Ecstatic, and everyone being he's crazy. And I remember you flaming Landon, being Landon, you suck, bro. But we wanted to draft you again this year. You're just a beast, and on top of being a beast, you're actually a nice dude. I feel like people don't know that about you. Everyone just thinks that you're a jerk, but it's really not true. I think just you like to make jokes, and because of the language barrier, it makes it seem like you're being mean, but you're really not. You're honestly a nice dude and fun to have in Discord, and obviously a super good player. And you're just people think that we benched you in the finals, but I'll just straight up say Ecstatic literally said he didn't feel it. Like he just didn't want to play in the tiebreaker. He wanted Waylay to do it, so that's why Waylay played. Um, but you're just so good, always winning, always making teams, always picking well, just like you know a superstar, 1v1 superstar, and showing up again this year. So thanks for that. All right, last two. Last two. I got Crucify. Dude, I could write a book on Crucify this year. Absolute beast. Literally just, I didn't know anything about you. Waylade was like, you're good at chess, so let's draft him. And we drafted you. And I feel like I became really good friends with you over the season. You were always on. We were always talking. I was sending you my stupid ideas about Sword and Shield. You were sending back the stare emoji face that you always do. And just like, an unbelievable competitor, winner, person in general. I feel like me, you, and Waylade had so many good conversations on the Discord and had like a super fun time. And like highlight of the tour is just, you just always winning. Typing their brooms in chat, spamming the brooms in our Discord after you're sweeping people. Just like every week, it's just like everyone knows like, all right, Crucify's winning no matter what happens. And just being like a cool dude in general. I know you just made your post and was like, I don't know if I'm going to really play 1v1, but I definitely hope that you still do, or at least I can, you still keep in touch. Because you're a really cool dude and obviously a really good player. And then I think our entire team, it'd be an understatement to say like you were the MVP of the tournament. And I think if you don't win, that you were absolutely robbed, because you were legit hard carrying us week after week, and just awesome dude, awesome player. And then very last, I have Waylade. I just, we've come so far. Last year, it was like it's funny. Like a year ago, I was literally building your teams for you, and now here you are, like leading the team, like building for everyone else. It's funny that we talked about managing. I posted that thing in the like that you talked about. We were gonna manage last year. We talked about managing this year and winning, and we actually did it, which is just hilarious. But great captain, great dude. And, been friends for over a year. It's awesome to see how far you've come and what you've been able to accomplish and getting better at the tier and all that. And I wish you luck in whatever else is going on. I mean, I know I'll keep in touch. I feel like I talk to you all the time. Also, go to your classes, you bum. You have online classes. It's not even hard to show up for them. But thanks, for having me as your co-manager, and for winning in the finals when I was absolutely sweating when you were down 0-2, thinking that we were going to lose, but, clutched it out. Huge W's for the team. That's what team captains do. So, yeah. And that is everybody. If you actually watched this whole thing, thanks. I know I probably rambled for so much of it, but, this was an awesome team, and I'm really glad that we were able to win and do well, and, it was another really good PS experience for me. Good memory for everybody. So I think I'm just about at a half hour here, so I'll wrap this up. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone who played. Sorry if I didn't shout you out and you think you deserved one. Like I'm not gonna go through everybody, but everyone on the more Picos, everybody on all the other teams. Like thanks for playing. It was really fun and really competitive matchups in the playoffs, which was awesome. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.